Hello everyone and welcome to week 3 of the VBL VGC Battle League Standard. So today here we have, I'm playing up against Poppin' Fresh, whose team name is currently escaping me, but I know that he also has a YouTube channel, so I'll definitely be linking to that below, and he'll also be recording his side of this, which is really awesome. I always love getting able to see my opponent's thing, and he has a very scary team, especially after transactions, some of the transactions he made. So his team consists, as you can see here, Entei, Gastrodon, Rodent Cut, Umbreon, Empoleon, Jumpluff, Ursaring, Pinsir, Hypno, Swalot, and Squirtle. So Hypno is his main Trick Room setup for the Ursaring, which is pretty scary in Trick Room. Swallow is only really got like the stockpile swallow, like the stockpile win conditioning sort of set from as far as I can understand. Plus, I guess you could maybe run like an acid spray sort of thing, but I don't know if that works very well against me when I've got the two steel types as well as Hippo. But it is a possibility that it comes. But yeah, major offensive threat in Entei being with it being 100 base speed, it is immune to Intimidate because of Inner Focus, and it's immune to being flinched, which means that Fake Out doesn't flinch it. So that's very strong. It's got high base power stab fire moves and pretty decent coverage as well. I believe it has access to Crunch to hit Latios super effectively, which is also enabling it to Fake Porion and Magmar for pretty good damage. And it's also got access to Extreme Speed, which is pretty nice. And Sacred Fire has a 50% chance to burn, so that's very threatening. Gastrodon is a very difficult mon to break if you don't have grass type moves. It's just very powerful very powerful defensive threat that can really bulk through a lot of teams, as well as underspeeding stuff. So if you could run like a Trick Room set and then have like a Surf or something to try and boost up its attack, as well as the fact that it absorbs water type moves is pretty spooky. It's quite a good check to Magmar's Fire Stab as well. Rodent Cut is a pretty decent grass type. It's quite strong with its secondary electric stab as well. Umbreon, pretty tanky mon. It's one of the major standout Pokemon from the previous season of the VBL-S. It can late game teams with just like Snarl, Baby Doll Eyes, I think it is, the one that drops physical attack, and like Moonlight. So that's definitely something you have to keep in mind, potentially Foul Play as well, as its other offensive option. Empoleon is, I think, not great, but it is a bit of a pain for, like, it resists the dual stab of both Latios and Gardevoir, but both of them do learn Thunderbolt as coverage for it, so that is an option I have. It also resists the dual stab of Mawile and Skarmory, but I think those Pokemon are less relevant, and it resists the water type stab from it, which is, it's pretty good defensive typing, though I think it is somewhat passive. Jumpluff, it's got access to Rage Powder, which is pretty spooky. Hypno's the Trick Room setup, like I said. Pinsir's pretty solid with Hyper Cutter, so it's immune to Intimidate, and it's got decent speed at 85, and it hits pretty hard, even if it only has X as a stab. It's got quite good coverage. And then Squirtle's just got Fake Out, which is pretty solid. I'm gonna send the challenge to my opponent. So what I have here is a Mono Dragon Pulse, because they don't have any steals. Sorry, they have steals, they don't have any fairies. So I've got Calm Mind, Roost, Latios as sort of like a win condition, theoretically. Ooh, excuse me, getting a bit yawny. I've got Gardevoir here, Screen, Moonblast, Psychic Dazzle, Leon Protect. I've got Cruiser here, Breloom, Bullet Seed, Rock Tomb, Drain Punch with Protect. Life Orb, it should be hitting pretty hard with that Technician. Corvette, Sneasel, it's got Icy Wind for speed control, it's got Fake Out, it's got Taunt to stop Trick Room, theoretically, and it's got Throat Chop, which is pretty good. Breloom is also immune to the Rage Powder from Jumpluff. Magmar has Fire Blast and Flare Blitz, just because they're both strong, high base power moves. It's got Thunder Punch to cover, to hit that neutrally, but what is Thunder Punch even for? I guess theoretically it's for Empoleon, but that doesn't resist fire. Oh, for Squirtle as well. But that doesn't have redirection. My brain, too many leaks at the same time. Mawile is 1 speed slower than min speed Ursaring, so that it should still be hopefully faster than Gastrodon, possibly, if they're running like a slow Gastrodon for the Trick Room thing. And yeah, so as we can see, they did not bring Hypno. the Battle Festival doubles. Oh, wait, they did bring Hypno. I'm blind. Okay. No Empoleon. So, no Fairy Resist. No, they do have Fairy Resist. They don't have a... They do have a Psychic Resist about this. I don't know what my brain is thinking. No Dragon Resist. That's what my brain is thinking. They don't have a Dragon Resist, so Latios is pretty strong if I manage to keep up offense. It's got Inner Focus, so it can't be faked out. But hopefully I should be able to like offense through it, ideally. I do have access to Taunt on the Sneasel, but the Sneasel is not immune to Rage Powder, so that's not great, obviously. Actually, a lot of Pokemon are immune to Intimidate, I just realized. Yeah, Pinsir pretty strong. They don't have access to Fake Out themselves, because they didn't bring Squirtle. Ursaring, pretty spooky, but yeah, I do have this. They don't have Gastrodon. That's big. Okay, I think I basically always will want to have more on the back just for the Intimidate into Ursaring and the fact that it's lower than their Trick Room options. Plus, Play Rough is pretty good into Umbreon, even if Brick Break wound up being pretty unnecessary. Kind of wish I had Taunt on it. I kind of want to just lead like Sneasel plus Magmar. Or, let me check what the Breloom... Oh, great. I did creep Breloom to be 1 speed faster than -1 Entei. Okay, so between the Icy Wind and the Rock Tomb, the Entei should die, hopefully. And then I think I want to have, like I said, Mawile on the back, and then I think just Gardevoir. They only brought one Pokemon, like, they brought Pinsir and Entei that are faster than Gardevoir. I'm not loving Latios just because of how much stuff is kind of checky in. I think it's maybe more of a later game sort of option. Okay, they just brought out, like, pure offense. So definitely want to go for the Icy Wind, and then I need to decide whether I'm more scared of Pinsir or Entei, and I think it's got to be Entei. Yeah. Just don't miss, just don't miss Rock Slide, right? They didn't bring a Rock Resist, so like what their best switch in would be obviously Umbreon. Alright, Scarf. Is it going to get the Flint? I missed. Pain. Okay, well, that, yeah, that'll do it. Missing Icy Wind turn 1 will do it. So that would definitely be a dead. I don't even have anything to stop. I like to take eruption very well, unfortunately. Oh, they're not Hypercutter, they're Moxie. How do I know that they're Moxie? Oh, I traced Moxie. Thank you. That was really useful. Kinda wish I had a Sucker, but I don't, so. I'm just gonna go for the Flare Off into Pinsir. Okay. You know what? I was considering protecting Mawile, and I didn't do it, and I really wish I had done it now. I'm really annoyed that that Icy Wind missed. I mean, I assume they're going to like protect or switch out Entei to preserve differential. I feel like they're in a pretty strong position, so I wouldn't be surprised if they made that sort of decision. They did not. I mean, they missed 90, but like one of those moves was more significant. I mean, they have no chance of winning now that I have a Moxie boosted Gardevoir, surely. God, that missed sucked. Because there's no way that they probably would have KO'd the Sneasel, but there's no way it would have KO'd the Entei with the Entei at like 2%. the Breloom was like at near full because the rock slide, the resisted rock slide did 15%, and it would have been doing like a like 4%. It's like a 20 base power. Okay, so then how do I adapt? We'll lead Latios, right? Oh, but they have that old thing specifically for Latios lead. So I just lead Sneasel and Latios. Right? I mean, if the same thing happened. How much attack investment do I have? 4. Okay, that's not great. God, that's very annoying. Like, I think I'm in a position where I just kind of have to lead the same, and I don't think I have, like, a real option to lead differently. I wish I had Spawn. I definitely want Latios in the back, but I think I need more well in the back again. Alright, well I'm Focus Sash, so that's pretty good. But realistically, I should just double this, right? Like, I find it very unlikely it'll live both a Bullet Seed and a Throat Chop from Breloom. I know that it's got pretty bad odds on living just the Bullet Seed, so with the Throat Chop damage as well, I have to imagine that's doing a lot. I kind of want to fake out the pincer, but I don't think I can. I know have Wall on the back, which is good. Yeah, I would have needed like 4 hits to KO otherwise. I guess I can look at what Pincer is doing to Breloom. I don't really know if it's like Adamant or something, so I will just not calc Adamant. We know that it's Choice Scarf, we know that it's got Rock Slide, and it's got X-Scissor. I feel like I've probably been playing pretty poorly around Rock Slides. Alright, what's my investment? I've got 76 HP and 4 defense. I should take advantage of what information I have. So game 1, it was the Rock Slide turn 1, did 15. It did 15.2, which I think means it has to be Adamant. To get that roll of 23 HP. So then the X-Scissor will never KO. And then I should just go for the Rock Tomb into that slot. I think is basically what I'm getting out of it. So I want to go into more on this slot. But the X-Scissor will never KO because I'm going for because I'm getting the Intimidate on it as well. I don't want to get the Rock Tomb damage into it. And then probably switch the oh. I mean that's fine. It's still gonna KO. And that O-Code, cool. I didn't count that. But I guess I shouldn't be surprised given how much it did to Pincer. I think I just have to just double this, right? I could protect. No, I mean I think that's going to look, it's not got its facade thing off yet. Did they double protect? No. Okay, good. Cool. I called the protect right. I probably should have gone for like Iron Head just so that I didn't have a chance to miss. I don't know if this will occur there, sorry, just because it's max HP, but the Iron Head after definitely should. I find it very unlikely that, okay, it just occurs. That's good. That's good to know. GG. Okay, so basically the key to winning is just have your opponent adapt badly. Alright, good luck and fun, man. Oh god, this is terrifying. I could stop raining at least, which is very good for me. Alright, we're pretty sure that it's Adamant Pincer. Especially after the X scissor damage, though that is not conclusive. So then, the next thing we want to wonder about is... I mean, I've got a lot of defense investment on Latios. We want to consider whether Latios has a chance of surviving, because it is max HP with 108 defense. Alright, so it should survive even an Adamant X scissor. Though I don't know that I love going for that, I guess. I kind of just want to lead Corvette and Destroyer. I wish I had Tailwind. Yeah, I kind of just want to lead Corvette and Destroyer, and then have... Okay, definitely leading Corvette, right? There's no way that I'm ever not leading Corvette. I have to say, Corvette, the carry. Like, this mod's actual carry. I don't think it's gone to KO yet. But it didn't die this game, because I 6-0'd somehow. Oh, 4-0. I didn't see what mod they had in the back game 1, but I would assume it's Unreal. I mean, they feel pretty Brelin weak, which is good. I kind of just want to lead Brelin again, and then have Morwal in the back, and then... Did I reveal that I even had No, I didn't reveal I had Latios. I could bring Gardevoir, I could bring Latios. They're both good options. I mean, Latios is gonna get, like, crunched by Entei, but the Dragon Pulse damage is super good. I think I just like it for the speed. I'm just gonna go for Fake Out and Rock Tomb into the Pinsir slot. Because it's Moxie. It's not even like Hyper Guard. I feel like they probably should have been Hyper Guard. But yeah. Again, they don't have a Rock Resist, so at the very, like, worst for me, the mod that's in the back is getting the speed dropped, which is really nice. And they might break, they will probably break my Sash with Umbreon, but, like, that's about it, right? I don't think I'd revealed Fake Out, just don't miss Rock Tomb. Okay, I didn't miss Rock Tomb. So I have the fastest mon, and I can get speed control. So I just need to not miss Icy Wind this time. Please, don't miss Icy Wind. I just don't want to miss Icy Wind, that's all. Yeah, I want to see how much this eruption is, like, actually doing. I mean, it's helping handed, but it's also, yeah. Nice 16%, man. That's a very nice 16%. Oh, and it died. So I definitely just want to Icy Wind and I guess Rock Tomb, the safety goggles, OP, the jump off. Dude, Cruiser and Corvette. I'm glad Vrillum is having a good showing. I was, like, super big on it. I was surprised it stayed around as long as it did. And I'm glad it's having a good showing. Oh god, it was still faster than... Oh, right, because I only crept for Entei. I did only creep for Entei. Alright. Well, that was the consequence of only creeping for Entei. I should probably taunt one of them. I don't know which. I kind of want to just Throat Chop and Iron Head the okay, they went for Slave Powder. Well, I guess we now know which one of them I should have taunted. So Throat Chop's a KO, and I should just go Protect. Alright, let's see what move you go for. Okay, then. For one thing, I want to taunt you, and then for another thing, just play her off. GG. I don't know if it has some form of recovery. It doesn't seem like it has Yawn, which is maybe a bit weird. So I guess I just have to Throat Chop it now. It's not even it's not even leftovers, which is a bit weird. I wonder if no, it wasn't Choppleberry. Yeah. Okay. I'm very confused by their item choice. Like Life Orb, I understand. I'm very confused. Like Umbreon, what? It's also weak to Bug, but I don't even know if I have a Bug type. Yeah, I don't have a Bug type. So it wasn't Citrus. It was, maybe it was a Pinchberry. Like I'm very confused as to what the item on Umbreon was. Maybe it's Lum. It could have been Lum for Spore, but my Spore uses Breloom, which it should really probably be Chopple for. I don't know, is there something that I'm missing? Like, Room Service doesn't exist, Safety Goals doesn't exist, plenty of these other items that it might have been don't exist. I don't think I ever got it into... No, I got it a Pinch Rage after the Drain Punch, right? Yeah, it took 12, so it wasn't a Pinchberry. So we know it wasn't a Pinchberry. We know it's not, like, taking player off. So we know it's not Roselia Berry, we know it's not Choppleberry. We know it's not Pinchberry, we know it's not Leftovers. I'm not sure if there's a thing that I'm missing. I don't know, like, Bright Powder? I hope it wasn't Bright Powder, because it's like the only mon that didn't dodge moves. But I think that we saw in Game 2, kind of like, sorry, Game 3, what Game 1 would have been if I had not missed, with the Entei not doing very much and kind of dying. But I imagine they had Ursaring potentially in the back, with given that they had no lead. I'm surprised. So I imagine it has Crunch. Latios did not hit the field. I was like, man, Latios very good here. Latios never hits the field. Magma also did not get to hit the field. I'm very saddened by that. But yeah, so Mawile, pretty good. Corvette, pretty good. Gardevoir, pretty good. Breloom, pretty good. I mean, no, Gardevoir was pretty mediocre. There's a reason I was bringing Latios in the subsequent games. Like, it's alright, but their main mon that I was concerned about damaging to was Fairy Resist, and I was like, Pixie Plate. I should have probably brought, like, Mind Plate instead. The extra damage into Entei would have been very impactful. Then again, what, it's 1.2x? So that would have been an extra over 10% into that. So, I mean, we were very much looking at, like, the Entei dying. So that if I had been the other thing, though Pixie Plate was relevant for damaging into Hypno, so that's true. I'm very glad they didn't bring Gastrodon. I think that my team that I brought was pretty weak to Gastrodon, outside of obviously the Breloom, but most of my game plans relied on using Breloom in the early game. Like, I get Breloom came kind of mid-game-ish in this one. I mean, I let it. Didn't I lead it every game? Yeah, I let it every game. So yeah, they definitely could have punished the Breloom harder. I think that, yeah, guessing that I didn't have Fake Out on Sneasel, if that was what they thought, was definitely a mistake on their end. Kind of wish my Mawile had wound up being the other Resist Berry, the Fire Resist Berry, Occa Berry, but that's only because they didn't bring Gastrodon, and I think that preparing for Gastrodon was very reasonable. And like the Calm Latios was also the idea is that it couldn't get through Gastrodon, so I don't really mind it. I do kind of wish I had not bought Dazzling Gleam. It's kind of mediocre. But that's, I don't know, is that because of the mons they brought? I mean, not really. Dazzling Gleam wasn't amazing against the other mons that didn't come. It's really good for Rotom. The fact that Rotom didn't come was also very nice. Because it was like the mon that was taking Breloom hits the best. Okay, it was something that I was only ever hitting with Stab Drain Punch, and like we saw what Life Orb, like a super effective Drain Punch, was doing to Umbreon, right? I wasn't getting a card like this one. Anyways, thanks Popping for the game. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed playing it. It was certainly some RNG in the earlier games, and 95% accurate is, you know, not 100. So if that's if you take something away from it, let it be that. But thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you come back next week as we continue on in the VBL-S.